Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss a new topic from the lesson fiber to fabrics. Okay, students, sometimes you might have gone to clothes shop and you might have observed that same color shirt or pant which are having different rates. When you ask the shopkeeper, why they are of different rates and the color is same, they may look almost same or alike. But what is the reason behind it? Then the shopkeeper might say you they are made up of different materials. Actually, what these clothes are made up of. Today we are going to understand this. Okay, what exactly these clothes are made up of. Okay, now let us look at this handkerchief. Look at this piece of a cloth. It may appear that it is made up of a single piece, but in fact it is not true. Even we can observe the light on the opposite side to this cloth. Now, if you take a pin and just try to pull out, so many small threads are coming out of it. So if you pull, some threads will come out of it like this. Okay? Means a piece of cloth which you are seeing here, it is made up of so many threads joined together. Actually, what these threads are made up of. So, these threads are, further if you take a thread and scratch it with your nail, if you take a thread and scratch it with your nail, you will see so many small thinner strands are there which are present in a thread. Okay, what are these thinner strands? The thin strands of thread which are made up of still thinner strands are known as fibers. Okay, so these small strands of thread are known as fibers. In fact, you may see that you might have seen while preparing sugarcane juice. After preparation of sugarcane juice, the residue left is nothing but sugarcane fibers. Okay? After eating a cardamom with its peel, after chewing for a long time, you may throw out the peel outside. But that consists of actually cardamom fibers. Okay? So, in fact, in the second lesson also, we have read about dietary fibers or roughage, okay, which helps in the removal of waste from our body. So, fibers can be classified into three different types. That is, first category comes as dietary fibers, and the second one, natural fiber, and the third category is synthetic fibers. Okay. Dietary fiber, we get it from food. Dietary fibers, we get it in food, like from spinach, sugarcane, etc. But it has no use in fabric formation. So, edible fibers have no use in fabric formation. Whereas the non-edible fibers, means which we cannot eat, so like natural fiber or synthetic fiber, these are useful in the formation of fabric or cloths. Natural fibers are obtained from plants or animals. Okay? Plant fibers like cotton and jute, and animal fibers like wool and silk. And the synthetic fibers, we are getting it from chemicals. The examples are like nylon, rayon, terylene, etc. So, today we are going to discuss about first plant fibers. Okay, before discussing the plant fibers, we should know how a yarn is made. Actually, you see, I have a small piece of means cotton wool present here. So here you can see in this cotton wool so many cotton fibers are present. Okay, so many cotton fibers, very thin strands, which is made up of very small thin strands. These are known as cotton fibers. Actually, these cotton fibers, you might have seen sometimes your mother is preparing a wick to put in front of God in the form of diyas for lighting purpose. So I will show you how those wicks are made of. So these wicks are made of by just pulling out some cotton fibers, just pulling out some cotton fibers by hand, and while pulling out, these fibers are pressed in between our forefinger and thumb, and it is twisted like this. It is twisted like this, and when we are twisting like this, we are getting a small piece of thread. You see, it is in the form of a small piece of thread. Actually, all the fibers are joined together and is changed into a thread or yarn. This process, this process of getting yarn from fibers, actually, it is known as spinning. In fact, how do we get these cotton fibers? Actually, from the cotton seed, these cotton fibers are separated by using a steel comb. Means how we people comb our hair. In a similar manner, from cotton seeds, these cotton fibers are separated by using a steel comb called gin, and the process is known as ginning. So I have written the definition of both ginning and spinning. Once you see here, ginning, the process of separating cotton fibers from their seeds by using metal steel combs known as gins is called as ginning. Means cotton fibers are separated by using gins. And after getting these cotton fibers, next thing we do is spinning. The process of making yarn from fibers by pressing and twisting it is known as spinning. Just now I have shown you how these fibers are changed into yarn by pressing and twisting in between the forefinger and thumb. So this process is known as spinning. So now we are going to discuss about the plant fibers, and in this category, first I am going to discuss about the cotton fibers. It grows well in places having black soil, warm climate, and plenty of rain. Actually, it is an annual crop. Cotton is an annual crop, and it grows well in places having black soil, where the soil is black in color, the climate is warm, and that place should have plenty of rain. Sufficient rainfall should be there in that area. In India, cotton is grown in the states of Punjab, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and some other places also. And particularly the uses of cotton are, it is mainly used for clothes or dress materials and bed sheets, rugs, etc. Next, we are going to discuss about jute, the jute fibers. Actually, it is obtained from a plant called Patson plant. It is obtained from a plant called Patson plant. It grows well in low-lying land with clay soil and having plenty of rain. In fact, for cotton plant and jute plant, both plenty of rain is needed. But here the soil must be clay soil. In case of cotton plant, it is black soil. It is normally harvested when it is at flowering stage. Means the stems of jute plants are cut when it is at flowering stage. Okay, when just the flowers start growing out of it, that time the stems of jute plant are cut off. Now these stems are immersed in a clean pond or slow running streams of water. Okay, these are immersed in a clean pond of water or slow running streams of water. to make the stems soften so that the fibers can be easily separated. Now, the stems of jute fiber rot. That means they become soft, and the fibers are separated by hand. The jute fibers are separated by hand by cotton fibers. In India, it is grown in West Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. Now, what are the uses of jute fiber? It is used for making packaging materials like sacks, bags, mats, ropes, etc. And all over the world also, India, Thailand, and Bangladesh are the major producers of jute. Next class we will discuss this.